ConstructionCom huge question of the day. You can give us a call at 1-866-838-4843. That's 1-866-838-HUGE. We want to know, first of all, if you've lost faith in the Tigers. They lost 6-2 to the Seattle Mariners last